Yo, what's up guys, my name's Hakiii and these are the best accelerating cars in GTA Online. Naturally, a lot of these are going to be electric, but not all of them, so let's begin with the first one being the Cyclone. This car's been in the game for many years now, and for a while it was actually considered one of the, if not the fastest accelerating cars in the game. The acceleration is hands down the highlight of this vehicle, because top speed wise it's not that great. It gets to the top speed very quickly. The performance can be both good and bad. The biggest issue with the performance is the handling. Once you go at pretty high speeds, it gets a bit difficult to control this thing. If there's a lot of traffic, it's going to be a bit hard to dodge it. You're likely either going to spin out or crash into something. Also, as a disclaimer, we're not going to be including any rocket boosted vehicle because I just feel like that's kind of cheating. Like, it's a no-brainer that a rocket boosted vehicle is going to have crazy acceleration. These are strictly for ones that use pure speed to accelerate. Then moving on to a very similar vehicle to the Cyclone 1. This is basically the bigger and better version of this thing. The Cyclone 2 came out much more recently with the GTA expanded and enhanced version, and it blows the Cyclone 1 out of the water. Like, it is way better, but it's only available on the current gen consoles, so if you still play on the old gen, you're not going to be able to get this vehicle. It's basically one of the perks you get for upgrading to the new version of GTA Online. You get exclusive vehicles that are really good, and one of them is the Cyclone 2, which is actually HSW upgradable, which makes it even better. It gives it enhanced performance upgrades, including upgrading the acceleration to a whole nother level. Everything about this vehicle is a level above the regular Cyclone that's available on all platforms. Of course, it's also electric and it looks a bit different. It's basically a 2.0 version. The acceleration of this thing is stupid fast. It's pretty good for completing HSW time trials, which would make you a good amount of money. In my opinion, the acceleration of this thing might be a little bit too fast because we're really not used to driving vehicles with this fast of an acceleration, and it's kind of like a shock when you first do it. It goes a bit too fast and it's a little hard to control, but I guess that's just my overall biggest pet peeve with both the Cyclone 1 and the Cyclone 2. The handling of it is kind of iffy. Gaining speed so fast and reaching that top speed, it's just hard to control these vehicles. Again, either crashing into something or spinning out, and I think it's also because this is a relatively light vehicle as well. Both cars are pretty freaking light. Not a lot of weight to them, so if you hit the tiniest of bumps, you might go flying going at a high speed. Rockstar had to balance it out somehow, so I guess they sacrificed some of the handling for the ridiculously good acceleration. Still do recommend this vehicle. If you had to choose which one to buy, definitely go for the Cyclone 2.0. It's way better. Another exclusive vehicle for current gen is the weaponized Ignis. The very special and rare thing about this vehicle is that one, it's weaponized, I mean it's in the name, and two, it's also HSW upgradable. So having a vehicle that's both HSW upgradable with enhanced performance upgrades and weaponized at the same time, that's super rare. This one's actually not an electric vehicle, and you don't really need to compromise with the top speed because the top speed's amazing, handling is also pretty good, on top of course amazing acceleration, and the machine gun on the top is an absolute beast. I mean, it is extremely powerful. It could blow up any street vehicle within a matter of a few seconds. It's a way stronger machine gun than you're used to, and I highly recommend using it. This just happened to be on the best acceleration list, but overall this is one of the best vehicles you can own in the entire game. It's definitely the best car on the list so far, but understandably so the most expensive too. Then another electric car is the Omnis EGT. If you like the look of Audis, this is probably the nicest Audi along with the 10F that you can own in the game. Very nice looking car. That's of course a Monty Tech upgradable, so you can put the missile lock-on jammer, so it's a very safe vehicle to drive. And for a big bonus, which you don't see with too many cars on this certain list, it actually has a lot of great customization too. Nice selection of liveries, roof options, hood options, some bumpers, and all that good stuff. Is it just me, or is there a theme of not great handling for electric cars in GTA Online? Because if we had to find a downside with the Omnis EGT, I would say that the handling could be better. Pretty manageable, but I feel like with electric cars going at high speeds, you're just bound to spin out sometime. Nonetheless, still a great car though, but an even better performing car is the Benefactor Krieger. Is it the most famous supercar in the game? I would say so, just because I think it's my favorite, and in my opinion it's the best one as well, and that includes amazing performance, of course, including the acceleration. It is not an electric car, so top speed is also amazing, and if you're gonna buy this car, definitely buy it for the performance, because when it comes to customization, it's not anything too crazy. It's my go-to supercar for a reason, and I'd say it's the best all-around supercar you can get for racing. And despite having a pretty expensive price tag, just under $3 million, one of the most expensive supercars you can get in this game, it's pretty worth it. And then we have ourselves not a super or a sports car, we have a muscle car, the Vigero ZX. This is one of my favorite looking vehicles in the game and probably the #1 favorite looking muscle car. I prefer the looks of this over the Buffalo STX, but if you want to debate about it down below in the comments, feel free to. It's HSW upgradable, so naturally it's got some amazing performance, better upgrades than a normal car. Now the acceleration isn't at the rate of some electric cars that we went over so far, but it does keep on going to a relatively high top speed that the Vigero has, way higher top speed than electric cars. So the fact that it doesn't cap so quickly, because I mean if you take the Cyclone or the Cyclone 2, you reach the top speed very quick, but I mean it's a lower top speed than something like the Vigero has, which you could see it as a plus even though it takes longer to get to the top speed. Then like the weaponized Ignis, the Ocelot Virtue is another amazing car, which in my opinion is one of the best overall vehicles you can own. Now the reason I strongly urge everyone watching this video to own this car is because you can actually unlock it for absolutely free instead of spending over $2 million buying this thing on the Legendary Motorsport website. All you need to do to unlock it for completely free with an exclusive livery on it is simply by completing the set of first and last dose missions through the Freak Shop, and then you get this car as kind of like a reward. And this is a super useful vehicle. It's an electric car, as I said, with insane acceleration, really good acceleration, and compared to the two Cyclones we talked about at the start of the video, it actually has decent handling for an electric car. As you can tell, my standard for handling of electric cars is not very high, and on top of having a really good performing free supercar, it is a Monitech upgradable, so it's a very safe vehicle to drive around free roam, for example. So you can put the armor plating on it so it takes several rockets to fully blow it up, plus the missile lock-on jammer so people can't lock onto you. It's a no-brainer why you should own this vehicle because there's so many good things about it. One more supercar to check out is the Torero XO, a relatively new one. I really like the pop-up headlights on it. It's something that's really rare to see, especially on supercars. I don't think there's any other supercar that's got pop-up headlights on it. This one's not an electric car, so it's usually a recipe for success, giving us both great acceleration paired up with amazing top speed and some pretty good handling. I ranked it 3rd place for the best supercars in GTA Online most recently, but I should probably do a more updated one. Regardless, it's one of the best ones that you can own, and it's also really good for racing. It's got a very clean and futuristic look to it, which I really like, so it's pretty easy to make it look good. Like the Benefactor Krieger, they both have pretty similar price tags at just under $3 million, so you're paying a premium for a premium car. Help this video out by dropping a like on it, that would be awesome. Also, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and drop a sub so you never miss any more awesome videos like these. And now that you know the best accelerating cars in GTA Online, click the video on screen now for the best handling cars you can get. I hope you all enjoy that video, and peace.